Uh, Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you all to be here today. My name is Arjun Trivedi, and I am working for Microsoft as a security researcher. And I had a pleasure to working with cybersecurity domain with the Microsoft with a very good experience and working on the currently securing the multi-cloud environment to tracking advanced threat on multi-cloud environments, and we are creating the solutions for the customers where customer can easily onboard the solutions and they can detect the threats. So today I'm going to start working talking about APT APT threats, which is targeting to multi-cloud environment. So I'll covering a few critical areas where how the multi-cloud threat landscape currently we have in the world, and then I will touch upon some topics areas like how the threat actors and what are the threat actors right now targeting to multi-cloud environments and targeting the customers who are using the multi-cloud environments. And third one, like I have few kind of Jupyter Notebooks and few detections and solutions which enterprise and corporate customers can leverage this kind of solutions in their Sentinel or their SIEM solutions or any Splunk solutions anywhere. Okay, so let me introduce you a little bit brief about the how the landscape currently. Uh, so if you see currently the multi-cloud security market is projected like $10.5 billion by 2027, and this incredible very huge figure like that is also reflecting how organizations are increasingly adopting the platform like Azure, AWS, GCP, Oracle clouds, IBM's like whatnot. So, in the growth of the offering of the business flexibility of this all the clouds to flexibility about few features, few resources, cost effectiveness, opportunity to innovate some new tools and new technologies via the cloud environment. So most of the customers and most of the enterprise environment is not depending on the single clouds. They are rather to having a multiple clouds environment, and they are deploying their resources to multiple cloud resources. So in that case, what happened we have seen when any customers are deploying the resources in multiple clouds, they also open up few surface for the attackers. They can compromise the integrations between one cloud to another clouds, and that is also comes very complex integration. So that complexity also open up the opportunity to attackers to having a attack surface, and they are targeting this kind of complex environment to exploit it. So we have seen in the past few of months, few quarters, APT groups named Forest Blizzard and Storm 10111. They are exploiting unique vulnerabilities of such ecosystems where multiple clouds are involved. And these attackers are targeting cloud infrastructures using the tactics like resource abuse of cloud infrastructure. They are also compromising cloud identity theft. They are also hosting the supply chain attacks through these kind of cloud environments, and leveraging cloud services to obscure their activities, making more difficult to track the across the platform. If you see the Storm 10111, the instance of the group is notorious to conducting a sophisticated identity theft campaigns across the AWS and Azure clouds. And behind the scenes, what happened like that are when they compromise identity, it will passing the all the bleeding through the legitimate traffic through the that exploit and also controls the identities. So in this kind of ecosystems, this kind of complexity of environments, we must have to be more vigilant, understanding the risk about the implementing the strong detection strategies and automations and some kind of new technologies we can leverage here to protect this kind of attack techniques, and we can secure our organization. Uh, Currently, for these solutions, Microsoft built at one solutions called the multi-cloud attack coverage. So Sentinel SIEM is the like the all the SIEMs. I would say like all the SIEMs are very strong enough to communicate with multiple clouds and multiple resource, third party, first party resources and other services. So in this kind of environment, the SIEM is one of the best key where we can place in the center and we can feed the data. We can feed the telemetries from the other resource to other clouds to the SIEM logs, and then from there we can try to monitoring information, the logs, and through that we can create some strategies to protect our organizations on this kind of attacks. So this is the very same tool is very key role. And another thing is the threat intelligence. That is also like one of the key role play here in the SIEMs, where we can get information about attackers and whatever the latest threat happening in the world. We can find the information through the threat intelligence platforms as well. So threat intelligence also can be communicate or connected with the same solutions, and from the same solutions we can create the collaborations between the threat intelligence platforms and same entire cloud logs and audit logs and endpoint logs like whatnot. So those all we can integrate together, and we can create some good solutions. We can create some good detection systems within our environment, and we can protect our organization or environment very securely. So here I am going to discuss more about the cloud environments, and for AWS, I'm talking more about cloud trail logs, which is like audit logs of the AWS clouds. For the GCP, we have uh, uh, GCP IAM logs and identity logs and GCP audit logs. And from the Azure, we will have Azure monitoring, signing logs, and Azure audit logs. So this clusters we mostly talk about here, and we will see what kind of detections can be created. Currently, we have also hosted few detections via these solutions, which is already available into the Sentinel, which called like my multi-cloud attack coverage essentials. That is mostly focused on resource abuse, which we have hosted few analytical rules, which will help you to find multi-cloud and cross-cloud attack uh, indications through this solution. Uh, so first of all, strategy to detect the advanced persistence threat is very difficult because they are very sophisticated. They are doing very well managed. So we have to create a very strategized detections for them. We need to focus on monitoring user behavior, identifying suspicious access patterns, and analyzing our usage of the resources of cloud, like cloud resource usage. In multi-cloud environments, threat actors often live behind the subtrails like suspicious login attempts or brute force attempts or user IDs or user agents. So those kind of stress we can utilize here to finding out abnormal behaviors about the users or abnormal usage of the our compute resource or cloud resources. So that we call as a user behaviors, and we can also create some anomaly behaviors behind it, and we can identify the malicious or suspicious activity within the clouds. One key strategy is integrating threat intelligence service feeds and with the audit logs and sign-in logs. So that is also identifying risky IPs address and unauthorized access attempts from the malicious IP or previously history of the like malicious IP in near future or near history. So that is also we can get identified via threat intelligence, and uh, 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 we can identify like the malicious activity by attackers. There are in this solutions also, like I would like to introduce few analytical rules which is help you to understand and identify the threat actor activities. So first solutions I hosted like a brute force attempt on the Azure portal, and then also attackers is trying to log in on AWS cloud at the same time in the same span of the time windows. So that is also like one kind of strategy. Like we can see the brute force attempts, similar kind of attempts into the other clouds on GCP and AWS. So that IOCs we can utilize to drill down into the other clouds activities. So sometimes we are getting if attackers are having informations about another clouds and they are also making a malicious activity attempt to accessing, we can find the information through this analytical rules. Similarly, like few others solutions we have published, like cross cloud suspicious activities, cross cloud suspicious resource creations, and unauthorized credential access, console login, and unauthorized users access from AWS to Azure. So where we are utilizing multiple security solutions from one provider to another cloud provider, and we are feeding those IOC security informations to another clouds, and we are checking the similar kind of activities is happening or not. So if we are getting those kind of integrations between two clouds, then definitely we can have a big good protections against APT activities and advanced persistent threat activities. So let me introduce one playbook, Jupyter playbook, which is I have built for this particular security talks, and I'm also utilizing these notebooks to analyzing our customers' environment and tracking the threat actors activities. I'm sharing my Jupyter notebook. Just a second. Yeah, so this is the Jupyter notebook which I have created, and I hope I'm able to sharing my screen. Yes, I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so this is the Jupyter notebook which I have created, and I will also share with this Jupyter notebook with after the session with the host, and they will share with the audience similarly. So in this setup, Jupyter notebook I have created based on the Mystic PY. Mystic PY is the one kind of very good library for the Python, which is communicate with multiple SIEMs, multiple data sources, even threat intelligence and open source other packages as well. This is very open source module, and our team has like developing the code behind of the Mystic PI. So we have also enabled multiple features for visualizations and breaking down the KQL queries, SQL queries, SQL queries, like multiple uh, log analytics queries integrations we have done. So this Mystic PY is very good tool where we can utilize here to analyzing customers environment and user activities, host activities analysis, and malware analysis as well. So here you will see all the information about how to set up this notebook and what are the modules we are going to utilize. So these are modules I'm going to importing here. And here you can see like I have enabled all the modules, and these sections we are getting the connections between the Python package and this tool with a Kusto query language, which is hosted in log analytics query, which also like called as a Sentinel log analytics query. And from there we are getting all the third party, first party, and logs from the multiple cloud environments. So first of all, this cell is mostly utilized to call threat intelligence informations, where I am finding a very high confidence threat intelligence informations, which contains the IP, domain, and network IPs. In this query, I am also projecting a threat type, threat indicator, and activity group name. So which is contains all the APT activities confirmed uh, IPs from that particular attacking group. And then I am keeping this into the one data frame into the threat intelligence IOC variable. After that, this query is mostly utilizing for normalizing AWS Guard Duty and AWS Cloud Trail logs. So here I'm utilizing AWS Guard Duty. AWS Guard Duty is one kind of uh, uh, security service from the AWS. And here what I'm doing, like creating a query to normalize the AWS Guard Duty informations, alert informations with like particular resource name, resource type, IP addresses, and user information. So these are the entities we mostly utilize to identify and analyzing the cloud activities. And in this uh, activities, like we can see, I'm also feeding I'm also removing test files as well, and like test case, or maybe like reducing test scenarios. After that, if you see this cell is mostly I'm utilizing for the cloud trail logs, where I'm checking the threat intelligence IPs into the cloud trail logs. So whatever data we are finding from the attackers IPs, those I'm filtering out here, and I'm checking, okay, this if we are getting any matches here or not. And through that we are also seeing that if any IP or any file hash is getting matches or not. So here I created one list of the file IPs and domain, and that I am going to passing here. Then we are getting mostly like suspicious IP logins or any resource development or any API calls informations from here. Here I only feeded the IP informations. This is very low hanging fruit for now. But if you are also like drill down little bit these queries and tables, you can also able to integrate domain and file access, and through that we can also see, okay, what kind of domains are getting hits through this AWS cloud resources. Similarly, here I'm checking the same activities within the GCP environment. So here also, like we are getting the informations about like how GCP audit logs, like if any attackers are trying to access the GCP resources or trying to log in within the GCP environment, we can see these informations here. And after that, I'm checking the signing informations within the Azure with that threat intelligence IPs. So these are the some techniques where I'm checking the threat intelligence IOCs within the multiple clouds and checking if we are getting any hits or not. If we are getting hits, we can also going for the user behavior analysis. We can find some anomalies within that clouds and within that time period of the activities, like 1 hours, 2 hours, or maybe a few time windows based on the activities information. After that, I would also encourage everyone, like don't depending only one security solution provider. Here I'm utilizing multiple security provider, like AWS Guard Duty is part of the AWS security provider, where I'm utilizing AWS Guard Duty and getting suspicious or malicious impacted IPs from AWS Guard Duty. So we have uh, uh, first or second shall we have seen that AWS Guard Duty queries, and that is the same queries, like I'm filtering out and making a list of the IPs here, and then I'm checking that IPs from the AWS Guard Duty. If we are getting any malicious IP from AWS Guard Duty into the Azure activity logs or not. So that is mostly like provide multiple security confidence, like two security service provider putting this is the malicious IP in it, and this malicious IP, if we are getting from the other audit logs or any cloud environment activities from this IP, then definitely this is a very high severity IP, and we have to drill down and investigate accordingly, like what the hits we are getting. So here I'm checking AWS Guardduty IPs with AWS Azure security or alert informations, and this table is mostly to give the informations about the alert informations with the evidence, like IPs, usernames, machines, those kind of entities we are getting. But here I'm only checking the IPs. Similarly, we can also do for the domain and other entities types as well. Uh, Similarly, I'm also checking like AWS Guard Duty IP list here and checking the uh, sorry, yeah. So this is the one technique, but similarly we can do uh, Azure and GCP security logs and IPs and entities. We are drill down into the other 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 cloud and cloud resources. So combination of these three basic steps, where we are not utilizing any advanced or any complex logic here, but we can utilize the multiple cloud environments. We can utilize functionality about the cloud security providers, and we can see the if any attackers or any malicious activity, if we are getting between multiple clouds from one cloud to another clouds is going to laterally spread. We can see this kind of activity through this tactics, and the way we can see the TTPs about the attackers. I also seen the many attackers are nowadays utilizing cloud resources to coin mining activities to spin up the CPU usage, and hosting their coin mining servers and software within the containers and cloud Kubernetes kind of resource. And they are also have seen multiple modules, which is also like become a part of the supply chain attacks, where attackers gain access of the containers modules, and they are going to deploying malicious activities, either coin mining activities or spreading malware through the this kind of cloud resources. So in this kind of ecosystems, we need to understand, like going forward, many advanced persistent state getting involved, the AI and ML also evolving every day. The many good algorithms also evolving every day. So the everything is within the clouds going. Within the cloud, we are hosting an our environment in entire like cloud applications and cloud resources we are utilizing every day. So better to having multi cloud solutions within our organizations to build this kind of strategies to protect our organizations from the multi cloud perspective and angle. And we should also think about like how to proactively protect our organizations through the multi-cloud threat actors and who are targeting to a multi-cloud environments. Uh, so this is the uh, my call for today's sections. If you have any questions, I'm open up for 5 minutes, and I can take few questions uh, if I'm getting. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. We have 5 minutes, I guess. Feel free to like connect me on LinkedIn. Feel free to submit your feedbacks with the host and the event management team. I'm also open, like if you directly contact me on the LinkedIn. I'll also share this slide and the solution information with the host, so they will share with you after this session.